I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about this whole tariff situation. Well, not even the tariffs. I'm not gonna get too heavy on that, but I'm gonna talk about this whole China thing. See, with me, I grew up in Hawaii, and anybody who has visited Hawaii or grew up there, there's a lot of Asians around there. And with it, it's funny because when I came to the mainland, to the continental U.S., as people want to call it, I've never been the type to wear all these designer, flashy clothes and all that. In Hawaii, we had things like the swap meet, and almost like every bus stop, you had like Filipinos and stuff selling things. So it was like you usually can cop things from there. Or you would end up going to one of the Asian stores. They were everywhere. Whether you go to Dai, or you would go down to Ala Moana, or even down to Waikiki, where like all the Japanese tourists would come through. You learn a lot about a lot of different things. So it was interesting for everybody to be finding out right now that a lot of designer stuff is coming from China and Asian places. I knew this since I was young. I just never have been the type to make who I am, my image, and my character be portrayed based off of the things that I look like I have, and so on and so forth, I never fell into that. I've always been a trendsetter. I've always been the type to do my own thing, and it's funny because the things that I would always do, the way that I would dress, later on down the line in the years, people would end up dressing and doing those same types of things, and I would laugh because I was like, dang, I've always been ahead of the crowd. Now, I know that there's a lot of other people like that too, who are way ahead of the time, way ahead of the crowd. What I'm getting at is there's a lot of people who are going to try and push you to be a type of way, or laugh at you, criticize you, because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. That's because you are your own individual person. Do not be swayed into following the crowd when you are a natural leader. You're going to constantly get pushed back and hated on, criticized, and made to seem like you're an outcast because of the fact that you're not doing what everybody else is doing. You being who you are is going to inspire others to move away from the crowd and be who they are. The only way that this world can become a better place is if we all embrace our individuality. So once we start to embrace who we are and going back to who we are, our true selves, unlearning all of this that has been taught to us, which everybody's starting to realize now is a lie, I can see the chains and shackles on so many wonderful people being broken, allowing them to be free. Free to be who they truly are. Free to be who they be. I guess the best way I can say that. And when that happens, a lot of these fake people, because you realize we're living in a very narcissistic world, a lot of these fake people are going to get exposed. And everybody who is seeking justice will get it. That is one of the reasons why I'm not upset or mad about the individuals who have done the things that they've done to me, and people who are constantly speaking ill on my name. Because the world is changing. The truth is coming out. So who you are is going to come out. And if you are a genuine individual, it will be seen. It will be heard. And people will see you for who you truly are, rather than keep on judging you based off of things that they have heard. Just like with China. A lot of people thought that was like a third world country and they were real broke down poor and everything. It's coming out that they are more advanced than America, more advanced than a lot of other countries. They didn't sit there and try and tell everybody, oh no, China's this, China's that, China's this. They stayed quiet. And look at that, the truth is coming out. Just like how we thought that Africa was a third world country. In all honesty, I'm going to say it. America is a third world country. Everything that you've been seeing in these commercials for these third world countries, you see all of that here in America. The homeless rates, animals out on the streets, people out on the streets, people begging for food, people begging for shelter, people constantly angry with having to get up and go to work, people unaliving themselves because of the fact that they feel it'll be easier just not to live than to be struggling and trying to survive. We need to unlearn everything that we've learned and really open our eyes to the truth. So for all those people you call conspiracy theorists, I bet you they're smiling. I bet you they are smiling. But hey, relax your mind. It's divine time.